Right. Man, I wish I had turned the brightness up. But I did not. All right. Live once again. Greetings. Just being me is what's up right now. Starting off live once again. Let me see where I'm at. Certain things I've got to do to set things up so I can see certain things. Ha! Ha ha! I just noticed who it is. She told me, so I should have waited until I got that $1,500 package. Oh man, look, I don't know. This I just thought until you take this again, you don't realize how much you have to take. And I got busy today coming back from Fort Hood and forgot to take the Green Foods Viento and Biamine Plus. I didn't notice it until later on that I forgot it. And I mean, the $1,500 got to be way more. It's 20 products. So I don't know. I may have to be on vacation or something to do that, because you have to really be on point taking it. You can't really forget stuff. And I usually I don't forget it, but you know, my mind is just it's just at that mode right now. It's being forgetful on stuff I should not be forgetful on. So I'm gonna play my favorite track. In the background. Music shouldn't be too loud. All right, so the movie Valerian, yeah, it's if you are a science fiction person, you can sit through it and get it, but I see why it bummed at the box office. Some of the storyline seemed to be, I don't know, it was like it was telling a novel, but it was a love story, a secret agent mission, space odyssey, all these things. So I see why people gave it a 6 out of 10 stars. The person I was with said they fell asleep during the last 10 minutes and didn't catch a part. I actually went to the restroom when Rihanna's character got killed and didn't understand how her character, spoiler alert, how her character got killed, which is the most BS, because she was a shapeshifter, and not even just like a shapeshifter in like a solid form. She was more of a different type of shapeshifter. So it was weird. Her character, you know, met a death. So it's crazy. I don't even know if her character, I don't think, if they were going to make it part two, the character could come back to life, because I don't say I would have killed the character. You did eat any popcorn, did you? No, didn't eat anything at the movies. Not that popcorn. But I did eat some organic popcorn this morning. Look, you got to understand something. When you're on the road, you're under different rules and regulations. If you're disciplined in the art of fasting, detoxing, cleansing, you'll be able to sustain stuff. You know, you'll be able to go longer periods of time without eating. But if you are not, you're going to starve if you are strict to yourself. Because in reality is, wherever your comfort zone is, once you set up a base, a foundation, greetings, goddess. Once you found a base, a comfort zone, you know, that's your area. And that will get to the end of what I'm going to talk about, because I had some pictures that I didn't post, and I tell you why I didn't post them. But I downloaded the app Happy Cow, and there's no vegan. I told you, to do alkaline, you really gotta, man, you gotta really seriously be on point the whole time. And your home base is your better base, because you can store food here. When you're on the road, you're basically gonna eat raw a lot, because unless you're bringing cookware, pots and pans, you're gonna have a hard time. I gotta try to stay on the list. Yeah, right. Hey, it ain't about trying to stay on the list. Is when I'm able to stay on the list, I stay to the list. When I'm not able to stay on the list, I don't stay on the list. I mean, the list is for the total package of healing yourself. I have a special set of circumstances that I have to be able to overcome to be able to stay on that list. Now, that being said, it's me who spent $750, you know, 90-10. Woo, I think we got a safety police on the line right now. You know, we got a person who's, man, you ruthless, ain't you? Ruthless. Yeah, it don't bother me. I've been doing this for years, you know. My struggle and my journey is my journey. And when I can, I do what I do. God. Oh, chelation. Oh my God. I didn't learn you can brush your teeth after this. So. Alright, so that being said, I'll just get into my herbs tonight. A few things I'm going to talk about. $750. Have you tried D Herbs? What is that? Their products are bomb and very reasonable. Okay. First time to my channel? Because I support Dr. Sebi stuff. Oh, woo! The reason why is, in my past life, I was Joan of Arc. Okay, no, I wasn't. I've tried a lot of people's stuff over the years. And Dr. Sebi's compounds are the ones I've always had the best success with. I'm very aware of mixing certain things together because I watched the University of ES's channel. But I choose not to do that, because that takes a whole different mindset of putting stuff together. And I'm not on that level right now. I'm surviving doing something called work all the time. Yes, the goddess is here also. I can't with you. Oh man. So would be something definitely to know more information. I don't down anybody else's herbs, or because everything doesn't work for everybody. So you have to find what works for you, and what works for you, do the best you can in it. To be real, you know, the alkaline, just sticking to the alkaline diet will basically do the same thing that I'm asking here in 30 days, probably do it in 190 days. I'm very aware of that. But this is what I want to do, because I'm acting like I'm rich. All right. Woo. Oh, this was Just took this. This helps when I take this. It keeps oh my goodness. Woo. That chelation too much. Alright, so Iron Plus. Last thing for the night. Like I said earlier, on my way back from Fort Hood, forgot to take the energy, the food supplements, the food for the day. But I did go somewhere and actually eat because I was on the road. Temple, Texas, Killeen, Texas, aka the Fort Hood area. Options are very limited. I was lucky to be staying in a hotel room with a refrigerator. You know, actually it was a nice little junior suite. It was very nice. But there was no cooking. There was no cutting up stuff. So I didn't bring stuff with me. Only thing I brought with me was the herbs. Oh, Iron Plus. I think I showed this already. Iron Plus is what I'm taking. So. That tastes better. I'll go brush my teeth in a minute. Usually by brushing your teeth, you'll knock that chelation taste as best you can out of your mouth, you know. Yeah, that chelation, which is aka Maya, it's always been my favorite. Now, get down to the subject matter that I want to talk about during this video. First thing, how I feel. Going on this trip, I actually want to go on this trip. I was hesitant all up until the time that about an hour before I just said, take a shower, pack, go. Basically, that's what I did. I didn't want to go because I wasn't feeling up to it. Since the video that I made that Sunday, when I was online, the ordering video, I actually got very sick that Monday evening all the way up until the next Sunday. I had sinus mucus, just very congested. I mean, I work in the sun, physical activities, 10 to 12 hour days. That is very taxing on my body. I am still out of shape. I may have lost a lot of weight, but physically I haven't been working out. I hadn't been on the elliptical. So my body was tired and I was slowly overcoming this. And it's the season, the pollen in the air, all these things were just really hammering me. So I was tired, and I'm detoxing now. So, I just started a detox. So I'm thinking, man, but I had to go on the trip. There's a reason I had to go on a trip, meeting someone, spending time with someone very special. So, I had to do it. I had to make it happen. So up until about 2 hours before time, and that hour before I just got out. So a lot of things are out of the ordinary in my reality, maybe to someone else's reality who has more things set up. So the best I could do is put the herbs in my cooler, my little lunch pail cooler, keep them cool with their own temperature, and hit the road. And basically that's what I did. It was a good 2.5 hour drive. Got to where I'm going, but I already had the app, Happy Cow, downloaded. Bam. You can see what's in the area that's alkaline, that's not alkaline, but vegan. You just pulled an 11-hour day. Man, hey, if you're doing physical work, you know what that means. Once you've got your body into the right mode where you're eating right and physically exercising right, you'll be able to maintain your energy. But that being said, look, went on this trip. There is nothing to eat like that. Trying to eat alkaline is just basically eating raw. You could get you some Brazil nuts. You can get you some certain, fruits and stuff and try to eat that away and try to put in. But like I told you, going into this, I had to be realistic. And that's what this is what this whole channel is about. Look, there's a lot of people out there that are strict. You know what I'm saying? Find those channels. This channel is for the millions, if not billions, of people that struggle like me every day. You know what I'm saying? This is for the realistic people. These are for the little babies that are trying to just stop eating processed food. This is for the little babies trying to get away from meats. This is just for the little babies that, hey, goal is just to get vegetarian. You know, this is who this is for. This is not for the elite. You watch that, man, what? I got about 300 videos. You know, you'll never hear me talking about, yeah, I'm the man, I'm the elite. Yeah, I'm super vegan. I was following, what's this dude, vegan dude? What's his name, man? Super vegan? What? I don't know. I was following him until I saw a debunking video of somebody going in on him. And I thought about, actually, this dude is like that. You know what I'm saying? He be going against other people. Look, you have those out there that are like that. And they're going to come at me and whatever. Look, I'm built a certain way and I'm made to think a certain way. So, you know, I get, yeah, vegan gains. You know exactly what I'm talking. Man had over 1 million followers. And I was like, I just had to stop following. It's like, why are you so it's just the same thing. People like, oh, I like Dr. Africa, or I like Umbatumbo. You know, I've seen a lot of these names people throwing at me and stuff. Man, I'll research, just like someone just told me about D herbs. I'm gonna research that. You know, I'm a researcher. I'm a studier. You know, and obviously it was one of the reasons I want to go to California, because y'all have herbal stores out there that I don't have access to here. You know, when I was in the Atlanta area, when I lived in Atlanta for 12 years, I had, it was a lot more access to stuff. Look, I barely see people of color on a conscious level on a day-to-day basis. So that's not to dish anybody of non-color, you know, of other colors. It's just, you know, just to find a certain type of community is an interesting challenge for me here in this DFW area. You know, I went to a place today and I hadn't went there because the one time I went there about a year ago, it was just to get some, you know, to try out some pastries and cakes or something like that because they were vegan. I went there and ate today and I saw things that I hadn't seen since I was in Atlanta. I saw people, a certain mindset, a certain thought process going on that I hadn't seen since I was in Atlanta. So I may have found a new spot for me. You know, I already go to I think the Hindu temple to eat. They have a vegetarian vegan buffet. So this other spot may be this other spot. Don't worry. I'm keeping it 100% vegan now. You know, I hadn't touched any meat, not that I know of, any meat, any dairy products, any refined, you know, processed stuff that I can think of. It's 100% vegan. When I'm able to eat alkaline vegan, which if I'm eating from home, you know, I actually make alkaline vegan. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that. I wish I was going raw, you know, alkaline vegan, but come on. Everything is a process, I'm building myself to a goal that I know where I'm going. You know, I don't really even tell people. But very, very seldomly do I tell anybody my true point. Because this is what I've learned. And I learned this on this trip. Someone said something to me and they don't understand as how they said it, what it sounds in a person's mind. And I learned this from a friend of mine who actually song we're listening to. And I used to think similar in my mind. When I used to talk to him, I had to be very careful how I talked to him. Because look, my man has an album out. I don't have an album out. You know what I'm saying? This was his project. This was his baby. This is what he put together. This is his destiny. Remember this, and this goes for the great people who are going to do something greater than the masses, that are going to separate themselves from the masses in their own way. Your vision, only you know. You only know your vision. Don't tell people your vision. You can share certain things, but you don't give them specific details because it's your vision. The universe has gave it to you, what you're going to accomplish. And you are accountable for that. You got to be careful. Even a person who's said their quote unquote loved one, they may not see what you see. You may have been granted a glimpse of the future. You may have been given a vision of what's going to happen. That is an actual reality. The thing is, you now have to make it a reality. It's not a could be reality. It is actually a reality. In a quantum universe, it is reality. But you are the one who's going to have to make that happen. So a lot of times, as with my other channel, I never really told people the name of it, you know, until every certain details were done. And I still haven't put a video up on it because it's my baby. It's what I'm nurturing. I don't depend on other people to nurture it because they don't know the vision that I have. And that being said, prime example, I look at YouTube as a huge source of social media, social entertainment, but edutainment at the same time. The brother down in Houston, Phil with the Advice Show. I remember starting watching his channel when he had less than 50,000 viewers. Brother's still the same. Yeah, he may have had some quote unquote, that some people say, shower curtains in the back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just dressed like a normal dude on the street back then. But he had a vision. He had a vision. And he had a theme about himself. He had a purpose about himself. He stuck to it. There's another person I could talk about who's more on the negative side, but his information is kind of like on point. It's just how he presents it has a purpose about themselves. But think of the thousands of people that were given the same sort of visions that never manifested because of the naysayers and the people who said, well, you got to be realistic, because that's what was told to me. You got to be realistic, you know. You should set up a super chat. Yeah, I saw that on there. But, you know, realistic is normal. That is what realistic means, you know. Realistic means staying normal. That's realistic. It means just staying normal, status quo, going to work 9 to 5, paying your bills, you know, doing this, going to the movies, being very normal. When you get that vision, and you can say it's from God, the universe, the all, however you consciously believe, it's your vision, and it's what you have to nurture. So I have a vision that I don't really share with people. I have a goal that I don't share with people, because people will drain your thoughts. They will drain your energy. That being said, I'm going to go to another point of topic is someone sent me a message on Facebook. I'm at Facebook at Frederick 24/7/365. My page is actually Frederick Indigenous Exile, which to get on that page, all you have to do is ask. I'm just going to go through my process of seeing who people are, you know. But I'm slowly cleaning that page because it has so many people on it that I don't really know anyway. So I'm trying to build more of a page of people I know and who go in the same lifestyle, the direction I'm going. And that's the thing. I don't communicate certain information because it's mine. It's my vision. So that being said, a person shared their phone number, they shared their text, and if that person's watching this, look, I get this all the time. People want to talk to me. People want to text me. People want to communicate other than, you know, social media. They want personal emails and stuff like that. Let me tell you the reason why I don't do that is, one, there are good people out there. There are good people out there and they're sincere in life. But in this reality, it takes a process of building things up, building trust. And remember, trust can be built up over a lifetime and destroyed in one act. So You got to build stuff up. Second is communicating with people about certain subjects drains your energy. It really drains your spiritual energy, because a lot of times people are looking for people on the same wavelength so they can vibrate higher. But when you're on a certain wavelength and you may not be showing it, I put this to like anybody who follows Dragon Ball Z and the world famous Goku. I'm not really Goku. I'm more like Vegeta. I'm just wearing a mask. You know, this smile is a mask. You know, behind my eyes is something else going on. But that being said, you're on a certain power level and you can raise your vibrations, but then you leave a lot of people behind. And some of us did not come here to leave people behind. We actually came because we gave our word that we were going to assist while we were here. We didn't just come here just to experience, to get the moment and get the hell on. You know, Vegeta's your favorite too. Hey, Vegeta has become a lot of people's favorite because Vegeta sometimes has way more sense than Goku. Goku's kind of a psychopath. But that's jumping off the subject. So I don't really share personal phone numbers unless I build up a certain level of trust. I don't like texting. Machete, don't text. You know, I don't like texting. You know, it's because you wind up getting unpersonal with texting. You know, people want to text whole conversations, you know, and ask things that a 3-minute conversation could basically get it done, and you wind up texting for 6 hours, you know, asking a piece here, the piece there, because people quote unquote, oh, we're so busy. You know, instead of just saying, hey, at 5 o'clock, can I call you and talk to you for 5 minutes and get some questions answered? And maybe one day I got like 26 phones hidden around here. Maybe I'll turn one of the other ones on one day. And because I don't have a landline like that. I guess I could have a landline. I have a computer, so could have one, but I just got a bunch of, you know, cell phones, you know, more cell phones than I should actually have. That's really weird. So, you know, I don't do that. I don't do that. That's one of the things I'm so humbled to follow the University ES's channel, because she does things. Yes. Look, that's what, hey, you see, you're right there on it. University ES has that hotline. I've actually called in twice. You know, it's like she opens her reality up. You know what I'm saying? She got that Atlanta, Georgia area code number, and she allows people to call in and communicate. And that's awesome. I want to get to that level one day, but it won't be on this channel. It'll be on Moonbase RR9 when I start talking about galactic news you can use. So it won't be with this channel. This is more my personal vlog and my personal journey, and me going from eating anything to vegan, to vegetarian, to vegan, to alkaline vegan. That's the simplest of what this channel is. It's a journey. It is a journey that once, years ago, I was a vegetarian going into being a vegan, looking all good and handsome and stuff. And I got arrogant thinking, man, it just can't be Dr. Sebi's herbs doing this. It can't just be this. I could eat McDonald's every so often. See, that's the naysayers. That's who they come. Bam, bam, bam. The naysayers coming in with them little jabs. Shut. They come in with them little jabs. Man, you know, you can drink a Coke every so often, and that's where it starts. That's where it starts. It's the filth that starts. People start putting out on you. It starts moving slowly but surely. See, sister, you know what I'm talking about. Eating all them good cupcakes and cakes and pies you be putting on your channel. Oh man. But I got a picture today. I didn't post it. I didn't post it because I was like, boy, people would have went crazy if I had posted that picture. Because there is a bakery here, not like the one that I went to up there in Denver. They actually had different cakes and pies, vegan cakes, pies, cupcakes, different things they do different daily. I ate a blueberry pie today. Ooh, blueberry, a slice, just one. one slice of blueberry pie. But what I had for the entree would have, man, people would have went ballistic. You know, if I had put it on Instagram and Facebook, and I was on there, I was about to put that picture up. I was like, nah, they're gonna go ballistic. I ate some vegan nachos today. Some vegan nachos and a slice of blueberry pie and some kind of tea, some organic black tea that they had didn't have no sweetening in it. I mean, it was just tea. You know, put some ice in it. But I only drank one glass of it because I'd rather just drink water. But sometimes you got to have some kind of taste and stuff. You know, sometimes you want it. I might actually put that picture up tomorrow just to see the reaction of people. But Spiral Diner, which is, they have 2 locations here in the DFW area, one in Dallas, one in Fort Worth. Future one is coming up in Denton, which is north of here. And they're all vegan. And that's one of the things I've been looking for, is to put myself more in that community. Because, look, people, we are the alkaline vegan community. And there is no alkaline vegan restaurants as of what I know. So you got to get out of that space cadet mind, and you got to be realistic. Wait. Most vegan cheese products just fell flat. Well, there was this cheese was they do that cashew cream cheese. Now, what I want to see is people do that Brazil nut cream cheese and try to put that on nachos. That would probably be interesting. I'd like to see that. But they do the cashew cream cheese. And they had some that looked like soy based, which we know what soy is, but like I say, you know, you're eating vegan. You're not eating alkaline vegan. You know, and for those who sit up there and say, oh, you got to eat alkaline vegan. Hey, man, you're the elite. You talking to the wrong person, because you're just going to give yourself a headache talking to me, because I'm just going to just keep on being me. That's all it is to it. But there's no alkaline vegan restaurants, and there ain't no alkaline vegan food trucks. And is there a community big enough to support that? Remember, these people are in business. They got to eat. They got to live. They got to survive. So all this talk of people saying they're going to do it, they got to put their money where their mouth is. You know, yeah, keep the soy organic. Soy organic. Yeah. That's interesting. So that being said, you know, there is no alkaline, you know, vegan food trucks or restaurants like that. So when you're out and about, you have to compromise to a level of certain degrees of your integrity, or basically starve, you know. And Machete or the Block ain't starving like that, because the Block got common sense. He knows his body. He knows the levels that he can deal with and the stuff. So just by doing better than I've done in the past, you know, I'm feeling much better. You know, today was actually a good feeling day until I actually took this nap after 5 on a full stomach and had some hellacious dreams. And I mean, oh man, I was downloading some thoughts. I was basically in the zombie apocalypse. And I don't know if it was zombies or just, yeah, it was like, it was really crazy dream, and I had a lucid dream. So am I experiencing an alternate reality to be? So intermittent fasting. Nah, man. Intermittent fasting is maintaining eating nothing for, you know, a certain period of time. Right now, I want to eat in the morning time. When I leave the house, I want to eat in the morning time as I'm leaving the house for my day. Put everything on my stomach and not eat for the rest of the day. I'm not on that level yet, so I have to make sure I can maintain my energy. And that's, remember, I'm going through a detox, a cleansing. So my energy, until it balances out, it's going to fluctuate right now. The good thing is, you got your BioMean, you got your green food, you got your Viento. But until these things start taking hold first, this has got to do its job. Chelation. It's got to do its job. It's got to rid me of the mucus, parasites, organisms in my system that are draining me as it combined with the other herbs. And then my energy level starts to regulate out. I can start doing that because I like just one meal a day. I really don't have to eat more than one meal a day. When I go to sleep in a minute, I'm going to eat organic banana. Organic banana. I'm going to eat the organic banana and go to sleep on that. That'll be my potassium. I'll drink just a little water. I don't want to drink too much water going to sleep. And I'm going to go to sleep, and hopefully I'll get my rest and wake up in the morning. I've got a class tomorrow morning before work, so it's going to be a 12. If I work the whole shift, it's guaranteed to be a 12-hour shift. Guaranteed. I'm about to do 12 hours. It's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow, and I'm going to be from one end of the city to the next end of the city. Or I just might be digging a ditch in the sun. Look, it's the career path I've chosen. So that's what people say, be realistic. What is realistic? When I was a young 15-year-old boy, if somebody was saying, hey, Frederick, you could be in the NFL, and they had been that mentor, and I didn't have that negative father, who I was lucky to have, you know what I'm saying? Being an orphan, I could have been in an orphanage, I had a father, he was there, you know what I'm saying? He taught me a lot of things. He taught me about how people really are, who people really are. I had a conversation with someone, and remember, people, everybody ain't going to experience what you experience. And that's one of the key things you got to understand. They're not going to experience your level in your life, So, let me see what you're saying. Oh, I changed the page. All right. It says, I've done 2 meals a day before. One meal with fruits at 9 and the other meal mostly quinoa noon for a month. Hey, what did you get out of it? Tell us some things you got out of it so people can see who are watching this. What was the benefit? But going back to my existence is, if somebody had told me realistically, you got the body that could be in pro sports and really push me. There was an assistant principal that pushed me, that really wanted me to play football for my high school, and got me back on the team, got me in with weight and strengthening. And then years later, he gets sacked on sexual scandals. It's like, man, people who went to school with me know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's reality. It's a reality. My mom was an angel. My dad was the devil. And I learned how to be me in the meantime. So that being said, going back to what I'm talking about, getting back on the subject, I basically only answer email questions basically on Instagram. You can send me a message on Instagram. You can send me a message on Facebook. You can actually send me a message on YouTube. It just takes typing it out. You don't have a computer? You can do it off your phone. This just takes, if you push that little icon that says voice, you can do Google Voice. Just make sure you edit it before you send it, because you can say, hey, Frederick, I like what you're doing. And you not look at it and can say, hey, mother, you crazy. Google Voice hears sometimes whatever it wants to hear. Anybody who texts with me and be like, how the hell is he texting me so fast? I never text. Machete don't text. I Google Voice. I just try to edit it. I look at it real quick, and I edit it, and then I send it. The only time I'm texting is somebody sends me a message here on the world famous Facebook. And wait, because I can't do Facebook. I don't have Facebook on my phone like that, where I can look at the messages. Because it's a different app, and it even gets more crazy. But that's the only time I would actually sit and text back. And if it's too much of a text, I will actually Google Voice it, edit it on a sheet, and then send it to my computer, and then copy and paste it. Wow, it's that crazy. Because Hey, I don't type that fast, you know. Just the reality of it. So those are the ways to if you want to communicate with me. But I don't have a voice line that people can call and talk on. I know I do a live stream. Reason I do a live stream because making this video and posting this video is a reality. It is totally time consuming. Once I finish and push finish on here, it is done. I go back and maybe add some informations in the description area, but that's pre-information. It's already cut and paste off my page. Other than that, there's, you know, I don't have to wait for this to post. Did it post? If I have a good internet connection, I think I do because I think I am on Wi-Fi. It's done. It's over. People can directly communicate. So after eating in the morning fruits and then mostly quinoa for a month, it improved my energy level and lowered my blood pressure. This is one of the goals that I had, is to get off that medicine. If you see the first video I posted up, when I put all that medicine down here, is to get off that medicine, to lower my blood pressure, to offset diabetes and other health crises, a natural way, a way that I can more maintain by shopping and what you put in your mouth instead of, oh man, is this covered under my insurance? Did I meet my deductible levels? I mean, these people are paying ungodly amounts. You know, I watched someone's channel talking about having HIV, and they're talking about there was someone on Facebook on my friend's page. She was spending $2,000-$3,000 a month in medicine. That ain't gonna last. That ain't gonna last unless you're independently wealthy, really at least rich. That ain't gonna last. And people say, well, you know, you gotta have faith. Right. Faith in what? Faith in you gotta keep getting money together to pay the gods of pharmaceuticals to keep your ass alive when you could just eat a certain alkaline diet and basically do the same thing and basically destroy what is killing you. Wow. Or you can take their medicines and you can stay on their system forever. I was on antidepressant and high blood pressure medication until I came across my man, Dr. Sebi. Hey man, Sebi Police, make sure you put an S at his name. Capital S, sir. You've been Sebi Policed. Alright, so, you know, that's basically what I want to talk about today. That just how I communicate, what forms of communication, like I said, if one day you're able to talk to me, look, I had to explain to somebody last year who wanted to video chat with me on Hangout, and I hope she ain't watching this video right now. I'm nobody special. I'm way more crazier than you think. I'm dealing with somebody who's special in my life right now, and they're dealing with me on a personal level. I am way out there. Like I told you, this is a mask. This is my vlog. Once you start seeing what I talk about on Moonbase RR9 channel, you will start to get just a glimpse of how I think. This is because I have respect for my man, Dr. Alfredo Boldman, aka Dr. Sebi, because 15 years ago, I found out about his products, got on his products, and it changed my life. Changed my life, And since his ascension last year, or some say other things happened, I'm just one of the many that is putting and protecting the legacy, Therefore, I'm putting myself out there in mainstream to be ridiculed. And, like the sister, man, thank you. Sister on here who mentioned me one time on Instagram to somebody, hey, they're asking about Dr. Sebi's products. And taking this herbs. And, you know, if I had kept on the journey the right way back in December into January and kept going down from 320, you know, I'd have been under 300 pounds right now. But that ego and things start kicking in and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm moving into a different reality at work and stuff and have to socialize in a different way. Yeah, I'm not drinking alcohol. Yeah, I can stay away from the meats, but processed food. My two worst things is I was more want to be a vegetarian. My two worst things are potato products and cheese. So the sister mentioned me and was like, hey, you know, check out Frederick 24/7, 365. First, much respect for even thinking about me at that moment. But yeah, other than before these advanced products now, this is my third one. This is my third advanced product that I've taken. So that's $750. Well, actually, those other ones was $760 something because they were charging with shipping. This was free shipping because it was in July. So $750, $750, $750. We're not even counting the Vientos and the other small packages I bought. This is my third. And so she mentioned the person went and looked me up and made a horrific comment on me. You know, if I was to bring it up, let's see if I could actually bring up that comment. And I went back and defended myself. But I didn't defend myself like, you know, oh, I'm greater than now. I defended myself. I'm a human playing a role here. You know, I'm in human form. I'm not special. I'm not super great. You know, I'm doing what I can. I made a huge accomplishment. I gotta be careful. Too much internet can slow this down. Hold up. Yeah. I'm gonna have to bring this up later because I don't want to get a bad feed because too many devices going to be connected to the Wi-Fi, and I already experienced that. So I don't want to throw this down, but you know, I'm gonna bring it up probably. I don't know. I gotta think when I can. I still gotta wash clothes. I've been on vacation, so. But I'm gonna remember it. I want to bring up that comment, and the person went in on me. And I guess he didn't think that I would actually be able to see the comment, but I came back and how he says, man, this dude's totally out of shape, totally out of health. And it's like, no, because over a year ago, I couldn't run down the street. I can actually run down the street. I can climb on the roof of houses now. I can almost grapple myself down from the roof of a house. I can lift things and work out now. I could get on the elliptical and still do an hour. Couldn't do that over a year ago. You know, I was coming from over 400 pounds. You know, I'm still 80 pounds lighter than I was right over a year ago. So that's a huge achievement for me. You know, am I some perfect specimen that I've seen some people, I lost 130 pounds on Dr. Sebi. I just wanted to lose 70. That's it. Now I want to lose another 70. It's a process. I want to put myself 200 pounds under what I was. That's a huge achievement. Start putting, I thought I was going to raise my shirt. Start putting muscle tone and muscle definition, you know, build those things up. That's an inkling of the direction I'm going with this. You know, so I had to tell the person, hey, I just left a nice little email without getting crazy. Hey, I'm just normal Joe. I'm just a regular person focusing, trying this lifestyle to do better by myself. I never claimed I'm vegan gains, you know, getting them gains on, you know, I'm not that person, you know, never will be that person. One day I will be cut and in shape, looking outwardly like The Rock, aka The Block. But I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be Frederick 24/7, 365. Just me. You know, I'm just average Joe. I'm just an average person like the millions, if not billions of people. See, sister, she remembered that. She remembers it. I'm just an average person. And that person, it wasn't just say he's apologizing. He just said he understood. And actually, he wanted to follow me on Instagram at that point, you know. And it went from there. And I looked at his page, man, he's dealing with something. Something's going on in his health. And he looks in shape. I mean, he's slim. You know what I'm saying? Handsome guy. You know, look, I can say that because I'm confident with who I am as a male. There's something going on in him. He ain't out of shape as a overweight and looking, but he out of shape something else. You know, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. So I got to keep it real with me and keep it real what I'm doing. Maybe I'm helping other people, and that's only the goal, is just to help other people as I'm helping myself, showing it can be done. And there's many, 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 many people on here doing that. It's just you got to open your heart up, and you just got to find those individuals. And you can't be negative, man. Some people are going to do better than others. I was looking for University ES, which I thought she was going to do a video Wednesday because I was doing that 2-hour trip back. And I wanted to listen because you can't look at her videos while you're driving 80 miles per hour down the freeway or expressway. Not supposed to if you want to live. I wanted to listen to her video, but I couldn't find a video from Wednesday. So I went to my default, AKA Ralph Smart. Went to Ralph Smart. And Ralph Smart's latest video was straight up excellent. Excellent. And it gave me that confidence that I needed. And it's on time. When you're conscious, you start to see what's on time in your reality. And I'm gonna cut the one music down. Let me turn it down, but it was on time. It was on point. Mute that. I'm just gonna give you. Hold up, probably commercial first. Oh, it's just this thing. Which TV show would you consider watching? Key and Peele, yes. Yeah, Key and Peele.
Peace and Infinite Waters diving deep once again. From the beautiful art gallery, 10 signs you're doing better than you thought. Let's just breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Now, do you sometimes wake up complaining? Is your life so bad in your mind? Like, it's terrible, Ralph. Like, some days I would wake up the same way. Like, oh my gosh, my life can't get any worse. Then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm actually not doing that bad. And we ain't even had breakfast yet.
Can I get a hello there?
Look, a lot of people are always wanting more. We are living in a society where we have a lot of things, but we're like, I have nothing, right? You got the latest phone, you got everything right now, and you're still not happy? No, of course not. Because sometimes it doesn't matter what you have. You always want more. And sometimes, you never feel like you're doing good enough because there always seems to be someone with more followers, more YouTube subscribers, a better boyfriend, ladies, better girlfriend, right? Better car, better house. And you're like, I'm a nobody. Well, I'm here to tell you that you actually just might be doing a whole lot better than you could have ever imagined. And here's why. The first sign you're doing better than you thought is that you're actually alive. Oh my gosh. You actually woke up, looked up, and then saw a roof. Okay? 70% of the world are living on less than $10 a day.
$10.
How much money do you have in your bank account? Okay. You got that Bill Gates money. I see. Right?
All right. I'm going to stop there because we're not going to plagiarize Ralph Smart. But anybody who listens to Ralph Smart, he has over 1 million subscribers now. The last time I saw it was 700 some thousand. He has reached over 1 million subscribers. Wow. He deserves it. His channel's been in operation since January 19th, 2008. So we're right under, it's coming up on his 10th year anniversary, and this coming up January. He has 1,062,300 subscribers. He's had over viewpoints. He's had over 133 million views to his videos. And I have his book that I got from Amazon. Ralph Smart is my masculine version to University of ES. You know, when I'm needing feminine energy, I listen to University ES. When I need masculine energy, I go Ralph Smart. You know, wait just a second. For the video, I'm heading to bed. Good night, goddess. Good night. Good night, sister. I thank you for being on my journey for this long. You know, much peace and rest, peace, health, and wealth. So with Ralph Smart, it's like that video was on point today. It was on time. It was definitely on time. You know, and it just reminded me, look, this is my journey. I'm not in competition with anybody. As someone told me, be realistic. I am probably the most realistic person you will ever meet, you know, because I fluctuate from this reality to the next. I understand potential and lack of potential, you know, and it's whatever you nurture. If you nurture a child the right way, the potential is whatever it is. If you don't, the potential is not what it is. So that's being realistic. It's what you nurture and what you do. The biggest thing is not being around yes people who are just yes, 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 but being around people that are helping you analyze solutions, you know, not just giving you the problem and saying, oh, you got lack of money. Well, you got lack of money. Give me a solution. Is it GoFund, Patreon, selling lemonade on the quarter? Of course, you got to get on the corner. Of course, you got to get a a permit now because cops will arrest you. Saw a video on there. They arrested a little kid. You know, that's the reality that you have to think about. Is being realistic in a lot of sense in the world you're living in the society you're living in, and where you're living. But everything is attainable. You know, Ralph Smart. You know, as what he talked about today, he talked about years ago that he had an idea. He was a forensic I know he was into, I don't know if it's forensic science, but I know he's into criminal justice. He was into where they analyze, analyze the thought process of criminals. I'm not sure what you call that, but that's what he got his degree in. It comes from over there in England. And he wanted to inspire people. He wanted to live a vegan lifestyle. He wanted to change. And he nurtured that. And a lot of the naysayers then, hey, Ralph, you don't look good enough for TV. Hey, Ralph, you sure you could do that vegan lifestyle? Hey, Ralph, you know, they gave him all this, and slowly but surely cut off those who were negative, and he built those who were positives, and he formed allies. And he went through levels, as he talked about. That is, first, like I say, look at that latest video on Ralph Smart's channel. You know, that alone is a helping point. You know, that alone is a helping point. I'll give the title up again. 10 signs you're doing better than you thought. You have to nurture whatever it is. This is me doing this for me, you know, and I'm nurturing it the way I got to nurture it. In the long run, I'm going to die by myself, most likely. I'm doing things for myself. There's no one else supporting me financially. You know, the support comes spiritually and emotionally. And remember, just as much spiritual and emotion, people can try to take you down spiritually and emotionally too. Some of the other messages that a lot of people never see. You'll never see certain comments, if I can get to them in time, that are very negative and detrimental to people who are struggling to do this, who are struggling to change their lifestyles, who are struggling to eat better, to do better. Even I have to remind myself, I see certain pictures of people who are unhealthy, and I got to remind myself where I've been and where I still am. And even when I get to that mountaintop, I got to not just look down, but I got to throw those lifelines down. That don't mean I'm going to be pulling them up, but I can at least tie them on to a safe, secure location and give them the avenue to slowly pull themselves up. and that's righteousness, you know. And I'm not the greatest person in the world, never will be the greatest person in the world. And if I had all powers, I would pretty much be considered the bad person in the world. So I'm never going to be that being, and I'm not that being. So I don't want to be that being. I'm just me being me every day. That's where Frederick 24/7, 365 comes from. Just me being me every day. That's it. I have a certain mindset, a certain thought process that I am and how I think, and dealing with conscious reality, dealing with religion, politics. Somebody asked me about, what is your religious background? What is your political background? Look, if I start going into that stuff, it's just a controversy because people they're not as studied as I am. You know, I've studied things far more advanced than I even let an inkling of knowledge. I've seen books, heard about books, because there's a person I communicate. Man, they take stuff to a whole different level, and I've learned to allow that person to be themselves, because who they are is who the Most High intended them to be. And it's their destiny to do their destiny. Don't let me get in the way of them. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't doing unrighteous things and their destiny is to do the righteous will and protect the righteous will, get out their way. Simple as that. If they disagreeable, get away from them. But don't get in the way of other people's destiny, especially if their will is to do what's right by people. So you have to be careful how you talk to people, how you communicate with people, you know, and I'm learning that more and more. I'm no one special other than to myself. To me, I'm special. I look in the mirror. I like me. I smile. You have to love yourself first. And the one thing I had to learn for years is how to love myself. I supported other people who didn't support me in the long run. I cared about other people who didn't really care about me in the long run. And it hurt. It really hurt. It's a lot of negative thoughts and a lot of anger and a lot of emotion that builds up, and it builds that sickness inside of you. You know what I'm saying? And like Ralph said, holding on to ill will and negative thoughts is like holding on to poison, but thinking the other person's going to get sick. You're holding the poison. They're not going to get sick by osmosis. And not to say you should poison them or get them sick, but you can't hold on to poison and anger and expect it to poison someone else. You got to let it go. Universe going to deal with them. You know, if you into God or whatever, God is going to deal with them. Now, you turning around like Lot's wife, hey, I'm going to watch their ass get burned and turn to stone. That's what that was about. You trying to watch them get theirs. There's a sense of revenge and it's boiling up inside. They got theirs. You still ain't learned the lesson. Let it go, Frederick. Let it go. Let it go. Put as much distance as possible. Don't worry. If you find out years later, I remember this in when I used to work corrections, there was a chief that did something. He really did me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not to say some of the things that I may have deserved, you know, because of policy and procedure, but it's how he did it and how he, you know, tried to do his little touch in it. And after I had moved on from Memphis to Atlanta and got into my new lifestyle, and I found out years later, hey, you know, such and such has got cancer. Wow. Like, man, somebody should tell him about Dr. Sabi. Perfect person. If he knew me, I would say, hey, brother, hey, you know, I know somebody named Dr. Sabi. You need to study up on the information. Hey, here's a couple videos. You know, if you're close to me, hey, I might even give you a book. You know, give you a book. I ain't gonna loan you a book because people don't give books back. What's a book? What is this piece of paper they call a book? So, and then I learned after that, person had died. You know, this person may have been, they were less than 10 years older than me. I mean, probably like 7 or 8 years older than me. You know, they were young, to be in the position that they were in, one of the youngest people. But they not here. I remember this dude, I beat the crap out of him because he owed me $125 over my friend's house one time, so-called friend's house. And I learned, 2 years ago that he died. He was a pizza man in Memphis and went to deliver a pizza, and people robbed him, for weed money and killed him. And I wasn't sitting up here thinking, oh yeah, that mother got what he deserved. No. I was like, man, that's bad. And some of the Christian folks be like, well, if he didn't have his life correct and he wasn't with God, he going to hell. Judgment. You don't even see what you do. People don't even see what they do. You're not Jesus. You're not God. You can't say what a person had in their mind if they were living. You don't know if that person the night before got on their knees and, asked for forgiveness. According to your book, if they do that, they go into heaven. They washed in the blood. Or if you into Islam, you don't know if they prayed and revealed their sins. You don't know that. What you got to do is you got to see the lesson in it, and you got to move on, because your time could be next. Death is sitting next to me right now, actually sitting on both sides, all sides, riding a vessel that is 10,000 years up, 5,000 years below. I can't run from that. I can't. Instant transmission, other side of the universe. Try to catch me. Dragon Ball Super. So, you gotta realize, and this is what the journey is for me. I'm realizing my downfalls. People judge me. It's like, hey, but you could just eat the list. Yeah, I know that. I'm pretty aware of that. Oh, you should do this. Like I say, they don't even go back and watch my old videos. I mean, I got 200 plus videos up. They don't even go back and watch the old videos because it's a lot of information. A lot of information. The so-called special organizations do it. 293 videos. 293 videos. And in the last 24 hours, I've lost 5 subscribers. Do you think that bothers me? No. I monitor these things. I watch and pay attention to these things. Remember, it's a journey. Those who are following me on the journey have similar spiritual connections. That's it. Similar maybe goals in life, looking for inspiration that they're not getting from other people. And I'm doing the best I can to motivate myself, and maybe it motivates other people. That's it. And one day, when I am the block and I'm looking a certain way, everybody's going to want to join. I was telling someone that once I hit that goal that I'm going at, and I'm able to take this shirt off, take this hat off, and people are seeing a certain image, people's minds get stimulated at that point. Physically. It's not spiritually. Right now, this is the spiritual part. People are waiting for the physical part, but they're missing the spiritual journey, the inner journey. That's what they're missing. And the inner journey is what builds your character. So when you get to this person right here, you don't have the ego. You can control that ego. Your ego is not your amigo. That's the journey that we're on. That's the purpose that we're on. And it ain't about how many subscribers you got. Yeah, a person want to have millions of subscribers because they can monetize their channel. Your tweets can be monetized, your Instagram. You can make money off of Facebook. Yeah, you want to, a person who's business minded, yeah, they want to do all that. But that person in this world has to be careful, because if you're trying to put a positive message out, a righteous message, the unrighteous media, the unrighteous corporate conglomerates will attach onto you and will bribe you with economics and pleasures of the world. It's hard to buy a person like me. I understand what money is. I only need so much of it. Yeah, I would like to have $1 trillion, but I'm like Bruce's Million. I'm gonna spend that $1 trillion within the first year, because I ain't just that. If you ever watch that movie by Richard Pryor, Bruce's Million, you'll understand what I'm actually really talking about. All you have to do is watch that movie. You'll understand. At the end, you'll understand, other than what happened at the end, what he got at the end. But why he did and how he can do it and have nothing to show for it. It's just making people happy. You know what I'm saying? Making people happy, or make yourself happy. Having other people enjoy life. And so much people could do with these millions and billions of dollars to help change the world, to make this world more sustainable. But that's a whole different chapter. So I've talked over an hour. I've already taken the herbs. Herbs have been in the system, digesting. I'm going to eat that organic banana before I go to bed. And it's a journey. It's a process. So tomorrow, I got to maintain and feel good and get out and do a 12-plus hour day. I just came off of my days off. So I got 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row, a 50 to 55 hour, 60-hour work week, to look forward to. Them 40-hour work weeks, making a certain amount of money, is over right now. I'm changing, things are changing, so I have to be realistic and deal with the changes accordingly, but at the same time, nurture something that is important to me and build it up. And maybe one day it will sustain me, as your children are. That's what your children are. When you get old and you have a legacy, and the legacy don't let you down, because a lot of people are going to get old, and you're going to be some of the tragedies that I see walking into these people. Man, one of the biggest tragedies the other day in my profession, I went from extreme poor, 1-bedroom home, husband in the late 60s, wife in the late 60s, older black couple. Obviously not getting along in that area that you would expect. He was in the back by himself. She's in the other front. He's telling her to shut up, let them do. That's how they talk to each other. House is, it ain't trashed out, but it's old, it's decayed, the yard's not cut. I went from extreme poor to going in a guy's house that it was like, he had to be in late 50s, maybe early 60s. I don't know that little girl he had. She was like a princess. They had this back part of this house just so immaculate. And it was like a playroom. It was some stuff you would see on like Disney movies. Man, and the house was so immaculate coming through the front door, that big, heavy door. And it's just a reality check. It's a reality check. Brother, thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking in. I know you're working. Thank you for checking in. But it was just so much of a reality check, seeing that. And I was just thinking, man, if I could just live on this guy's couch for like a month. The kitchen, his kitchen is literally the size of my living room and kitchen. This is immaculate. Such immaculate house. And, and I want to say that girl, that little kid in there, it could have been his daughter, but it's like his granddaughter. And he was in there playing fairy tale with her while we were fixing something he could have fixed himself. He just got frustrated. We came in there, put a little plumber's pipe dope on it and did a little twist, and hey, that's $100. Wow. He was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna pay that. Yeah, if y'all get it done, then it's all good. I'm good. And he had already cleaned it out. We didn't even have to go any further. I was amazed. And it's just the vast diversity of life here. It leaves you humbled. And that's what you got to see. It's got to leave you humbled. It's got to leave you with a vision of seeing, I'm not saying this person is a bad person, but he has a different life, So he can afford, to be in the Western medicine treatment, even though he shouldn't. If you watch What the Health, he would understand he can go a long way with his money if he treats his body a certain way, and he can save a lot more money for his legacy, his children and stuff. But man, it's just life. And then We went down the street, had to turn around because you couldn't go past it. They were a big wall blocking them from the interstate, living in a very uppity neighborhood in the DFW area. And it was just wow. And it was 2 Rolls Royces down the street that had paper tags on them in this driveway of another immaculate house. Both of them had paper tags. And the person I was with was like, man, look at that. There's 2 Rolls Royces. Got the drive out tags on 2 Rolls Royces. And we went from the first call of the day, extreme poverty. And I think that was like one of the last calls of the day, to extreme rich. And it's just the difference in society. But both of those people can eat right and be in better health. It doesn't take, we've already seen, it doesn't take much, especially when you're eating from home, to sustain an alkaline diet. A base of quinoa and other alkaline grains is a good base, especially if keeping weight on yourself, and eating other vegan and alkaline vegan products. You know, drinking water and not beer, and not drinks and sodas, you know, keeps you out of the hospital. These poor people didn't have Medicaid, you know, Social Security things to help them, they're dead. And their life is gone. Their experiences is gone. If they don't have anybody to pass it on, it's gone. And it was humbling. It was really, really, really humbling. So, hey, I got to get ready for tomorrow. Oh man, I've been on here an hour and 16 minutes. It's coming up on 11 o'clock, and I got to get up in like 6-7 hours from now. So, wow, that's a lot of talk. And yeah, the hat's new. Unfortunately, I am protesting. I am protesting the NFL. I'm not going to watch the games because Colin Kaepernick has not been picked up. And the whole situation of him getting blackballed for standing up for people of color being brutalized like the 1950s and 60s by the police state that we're in, and people being okay with it. And him just taking a knee. First, he's taking a seat. He compromised by taking a knee. You know, he was just sitting down doing national anthem. Remember, we're in America, people. Unless this becomes a fear state, a fascist state, you know, you don't have to stand to the Pledge of Allegiance. But sports athletes are held to a different standard because we're paying them to entertain us. Boy, you better do what we tell you to do. They're to a different level. He chose to sit down. He didn't talk about the military, his military friends and family. He didn't say, oh, I don't support the military. Look, I shouldn't support the military. Oh, I'm cursing. Stop cursing. You know, our military kills people on a day-to-day basis, but I'm not stupid. I'm in the most powerful country in the world. You know, our economy, our way of life is a certain way because these people take over where they go. You know, our former slave masters are world conquerors. You know, we live the lifestyle we live because they ruthless. You able to drive here and do here and not be in fear of anything other than the police, the man. And if you stay in your place, boy, you can survive it. You know, keep your head down, keep quiet, keep moving on. You can survive it. You know, but he didn't go against the military, which, you know, a lot of these other organizations of lesser color ruthlessly go after them. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna go after him because, boy, we paying you $100 million contract. And I told you, what's your name? Your name is Kunta. No, my name Colin Kaepernick. Your name Kunta, boy. And he just chose to take a knee. He compromised taking a knee. Compromised taking a knee. He was sitting there first. He got on his knees. Got on his knees. That was a compromise. You know, some people went even berserk him doing that. But the people who went berserk, who are the people supporting this guy? He put everything on the line. We see it on social media all day, every day. All day, every day. You know, they showing the pictures when Muhammad Ali chose to be a conscience injector. Come on. They trying to make the world champion go into the military for Vietnam. Oh, boy. Hey, we just going to send you over there. You're going to be like Joe Louis. You're going to show for the troops for us, boy. No, I'm a Muslim. I'm a conscience injector. I don't believe in war. Muslim peacemaker. Not these radical Islam. Muslim peacemaker. They keep peace. They follow the ancient laws. You know, the ancient rules. Which they're supposed to. But it's really supposed to be for another group of people. They ain't. They've made their own religion. Dun, 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 dun. Brother, you know what I'm talking about. So, you know, he followed these rules. You know, and look at who stood behind him. Look at the people who came up and stood behind him. The black athletes by then. These people, a vast majority, have sold out now. They sold out. So what the biggest thing is, on August 23rd, the NFL boycott that Spike Lee, James Wood, others that are coming up with, this boycott where people are going to march on the NFL corporate office, wherever that is. They're going to march in Colin Kaepernick because he's being blackballed. The most beautiful thing is, I like when my other half white folks start talking about it. And I mean start going off. I mean straight up like, hell yeah, he being blackballed. What are you talking about? Marcellus Wiley was trying to play, I don't know if he was playing devil advocate or not, so I don't want to say he was doing that C word. But he was, I want to say playing devil advocate, and that anchor lady went off. What are you talking about? It's obviously being blackballed. It's like his talents outweigh a lot of people. He took a team to the Super Bowl. You know, he just wanted to change teams. Yes, he's been black because of what he stood for, his stance on something. And she just went off, and you seeing more and more because those people understand how the system works and are willing to stand up. But other people of color scared of that. They gonna steal. Oh man, it's one of the things I love on Facebook. As I'm trying to get these 4,000 people off my page and replenish them with 5,000 people that are supporting me, following me, helping me through this journey. I love seeing people still talking that Cowboy Nation and stuff like that. I was like, I don't know you. Unfriend. Unless they support me. If I catch the name or something like that and I see, you know, they send positive message videos. Because a lot of people send a lot of revolutionary type messages. You know, they put it out there. They put it out there. And I be careful with them because they may not follow or do what I do. But what they're doing is what I follow. I watch that and see that also. So, you know, but those people like, you know, hell with that. You know, I'm watching me some Cowboys, you know. Even like, I like the Dirty Birds. And I'm hoping the Falcons go back to the Super Bowl, but I'm not going to watch it. I'll hear about it later. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to support them. Unfortunately, I bought a hat because my head's big. And I wear ball caps now because I got a nice receding hairline. And when I run across a size 8 hat, I got a jersey already. This will be the only thing I support right here. I got a championship belt too, John. Where my championship belt at? I already paid you for it. Need my championship belt. Need my belt. My belt. I should be on here with my belt around. Oh, man. I need video belt around my shoulder. But, yeah, other than that, no. You got to stand for something or you're going to fall for anything. So, that being said, I have really talked way too much. But, hey, I was feeling it right now. I don't know when again I'll be able to stay on here other than probably about 5 days from now when I'll be able to stay on here. And hopefully more people ask questions, send different things. The sister who sent me this message, if you somehow listen to this last part, if you could just type some stuff up, I can answer it. But, you know, talking to me on the phone, I'll be honest with you. On a regular basis, I talk to 3 people. I actually know 10 people. 10 that I actually can communicate with. 10 people. But on a regular basis, like on a everyday basis, or every other day basis, 3 people. 2 guys, 1 female. 2 guys, 1 female. That's my circle. 2 guys, 1 female. And there's 7 other people in a bigger circle. And everybody else is an outsider there. I mean, associates, people I know and stuff like that, or we might be going the same, but as of people I communicate with on a regular basis, within 10 people, 10 people. 10 people who have my number and actually reach out and communicate. 10 people total, 3 people that talk to me on a regular basis. I just don't. I have a certain personality that you could be thinking right now, I love your videos, I love your voice, love how you talk. You know me on a personal level, you like, that dude's a psychopath. Stuff that I say on a regular basis that I've critiqued it for years now. I've actually calmed down instead of on the highway getting road rage. Rocket launcher justice. I had a rocket launcher blow these crazy drivers up. Stop that. You don't blow these crazy drivers up. They're going to kill themselves by speeding and acting a fool on the highway. When I had that accident a month or so ago, you know what it taught me? Slow your butt down. You know, you don't have to be going as fast as they are. Drive to your comfort level and your understanding of the road, you know, in the car that you drive. You're not in some super vehicle. You know, you ain't in the night rider. Slow yourself down. You ain't in the rush. I was speeding to work and I'm 30 minutes early. Camera over there. Speed to work 30 minutes early. Ran into the retaining wall. That's crazy. It wasn't even raining. Dude cut me off. We were both going about 70. He wanted to get in front of me real quick, and I hit the brake a little bit too hard. Bam, retainer wall. Thought I totaled my vehicle, but I didn't. 30 minutes early to work, and I'm speeding. Crazy, crazy. So, nah, I've changed a lot, but I'm no special person. I'm just confident enough to talk on camera. You know, confident enough to put myself out there. I've done it enough. I feel comfortable enough to do it, and people are entertained by watching me. I can entertain people, you know, trying to get better at the entertaining part. So I've been to cut the music off. I should have had the music playing in the background. Guess we could close it out now. I've been saying I'm closing out for 30 minutes. Still keep running it off because there's just a lot of stuff on my mind. All right, so thank you, anybody who's sitting here watching this long. I hope you were entertained. I hope you were edutained. I hope you learned some information. And on your journey, I wish you all the peace, all the health, all the wealth I can possibly send to you. I thank you for being strong within yourself. I thank you for watching. And if any agents or special organizations watching this, why are you watching me? I'm not special. I wasn't given powers of the universe. Okay. I'm just a person, you know, I'm just a human, you know. I'm just trying to live my life the best I can and just keep moving forward, you know. Not a threat. I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat. Don't make me a threat, you know. Mr. McGee, you would not like when I'm angry. Just a person. So, that being said, I wish everyone peace, health, and wealth. Leave you with a smile. Until next time.